Hello. Oh, I fell asleep early, so now it's Sunday. Um, they had a big bust here in Memphis and Walker Homes where they busted somebody with heroin and like $6,000 worth of crack. Wow. But anyway, I guess they're a local gang that's been around here for a while. Young teenagers. So, but like I was thinking about what this the chief had said, the chief of police. I thought it was sort of strange. He's like, the police department is the only gang. Well, I got a few dictionaries, but a gang is a group of people that do crime together. So the police shouldn't be a gang. They should be an employee of the city. There to serve and protect, or something like that, to that effect. But anyway, I was like, oh wow, why does he talk? But I mean, I guess that's good. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna stop anything. I'm sleepy now, and it's a little after 12. So, and but I'd slept all day, so I pretty much was reading. So now I'm ready to go back to sleep. But I just found it so baffling that the sheriff would say that the police is a gang. I don't want the police to think they're a gang. They shouldn't do that. Should be, look, it's a job, that you work, you're a civil servant. But anyway, the whole justice system is so crazy, and sometimes I think that it's just a bunch of smoke screens, so we don't really see what's going on. I don't even think that the ones that are really in charge know the whole picture, or if they do, they don't want it out. That's probably why they debunk a lot of scientists. But I mean, if I just take this small little area, this area that I'm in, it's not going to be able to survive. I mean, the Earth, under the conditions that it's under. I mean, if I just looking at a little tiny part, not the big part, but you look at the little tiny, like, I mean, and so like sometimes I think the crime, the jailing, the prostitution, the drugs, the lack of education, and the food is all illusion. So we don't realize really what's really going on. Even the sports, and I think that I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy, like, but I mean, I think all those guys there, they all graduated like out of Mitchell High, like in 1999 or something, So I mean, it's a waste that their lives are in such a turmoil, that it's basically, for all intents and purposes, it's I don't know how long they can give it. I'm like, it's over. I mean, I don't know if any of those guys ever had a real job. But the crazy thing about it, I think there were some of the youngsters was showing off all their money they had. Who the hell sits around and cooks up $6,000 worth of cocaine? How ridiculous is that? They should have known better. It's just like when I went to the store today, I just went this evening because I was trying to quit smoking cigarettes, and I'm like, I'll just go. And the guy that was there, they were like really watching what I was doing and everything, so I didn't use any cash or anything. But they were really watching, and they're like, wow, she just woke up, and I was like, oh my god. And I had on my new boots, my rain boots, and my raincoat, my rain jacket. and it had poured, but it poured while I was asleep. I fell asleep just before it rained. I was sitting on the porch and I came in and I started to read. And and I have to take my high blood pressure pill. So I was up at 9 or 8. At 8. And 8 something to take my high blood pressure pill. And then I guess I went to sleep. But I had woke up and went back to sleep. Now I'm ready to go back to sleep again. The yard work is sort of, I got in, I planted some sunflower seeds, I planted some butter beans, I started to germinate some tomato seeds, a little late I guess, and I got a hydro plant thing where I got some sweet basil that started and some dill, which is good because the and one of them didn't start, so I put a tomato seed in there. So we'll see. This is the first time I used these. So, but well, I'm glad they did get those guys because none of them ever worked. You know, it's just sad that you know it seemed like we failed them as a society. I know, like I had an aunt and her husband. In St. Louis, like he worked at Boeing and she was a nurse, and you know they went, you know they were black and they went from East like St. Louis to the suburbs, and when they first moved out in the suburbs they was living right next to cornfield. Next thing you know, all houses over there, and slowly their dreams, their American dreams, you know, just poof. And by the time they retire, you know, like right when OJ is retired, he has a stroke, and you know, so Aunt Ruth takes her early retirement to take care of him. Then she gets cancer, so you know, and then the you know her kids were sick. You know, one has diabetes so bad he's missing a limb at that time, and you know, just all type of things. So I've seen this so much, you know, happening. Either they go out of their way, like these young guys that just got arrested. They're not that young, they're probably in their 30s now, right? I don't know. But anyway, I'm not going to do the math. I thought about that's too many numbers. It was, I'm too tired. But you know what a waste. You know what a waste. And this is not what we, you know, we want to give our kids. I mean, if I was looking over at the some story about the bombing over in the Middle East, and I think they were saying like they're only like an hour away from an ISIS stronghold. I can't remember, it's Iran, or I can't remember exactly where it was at. It was in and out, like drowsiness. But I know that they, like, you know, it was a car bomb went off in the in the region of you know, where American bases are. I guess whatever they did when they left that area, you know, it's really terrible. And I don't understand war. I was looking at where in Russia too, you know, where they're going into Ukraine, and I'm like, every one of these houses in the Middle East where they're at, in Iran, and where ISIS has, and even in where the Bilha, you know, in Africa, those one guys, Muslims. But anyway, every area that they go through, it's just rubbles. It's just rubbles. I don't understand, you know, how much, you know what I'm saying? And I guess you're going to get, what, America and Britain to come in there with their construction and rebuild this stuff, or use their dollars to rebuild your stuff. You know, I think that's one of their problems, is that you know, at these war-torn areas, is they look for outside, you know, help for internal strives. And I think that's a problem. I look at Israel and how they treat the Palestinians. Israel, forget about it. They ain't going to be satisfied until they kill themselves. I don't know what the big deal is. It was wrong in World War II for, you know, the shooting and the bombing and the destruction and the total life loss. And, you know, when it was done to the Jews, It is wrong now in Israel when you do it to the Palestinians. It's just wrong. So and I think all this, in a sense, this craziness, this chaos in the world. Here we have these young kids, $6,000 worth of crack. Who the hell will rock up? I mean, I guess they're gonna sell it, but $6,000 really all at one time? Oh, it's a damn shame. Anyway, I hope they can rehabilitate these young men and the young lady. I hope that I hope they give them, and I hope it's more than just if they're gonna teach a computer, get them on a computer, teach them cats or something. It's not just, you know what I'm saying? Because we got enough people that, I don't know. I think the whole thing is sad. I didn't know we had that much. They had a heroin problem, So anyway, but if they have that many drugs that are hitting the streets, where the hell did they get it from? I know they busted those kids, but they ain't nothing. I'm sorry. Where did they get $6,000 worth of crack at? Who's their fucking supply? Where's this money trail lead to? You know what I'm saying? They was working on that for a whole year, and I didn't hear none of the answers I would like to hear as a paying taxpayer. Which reminds me, I can't wait to tear down these. I'm tearing down 2 houses now because I can't afford these cops to be stupid. They're not even stupid. I don't want to insult stupid people. They learn. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, good. You got those 22 out, but the only day I just came from the store. Business as usual. Ain't nobody noticed nothing. You know what I'm saying? Crazy Fool they was looking awfully hard. I was like, oh no. But it's good, I don't know. I guess that was going to happen eventually. But $6,000 worth of crack, really? I mean, y'all, if they would have put that much energy and, I don't know. But we have to offer our children more than what we're offering. You know what I'm saying? I think that is the adults and the parents and the guardians of these children, that we can't all the time say, well, who's going to do something about our youth? Who's going to stop our youth from being violent? Who's going to stop them from being criminals? I think sometimes, parents, instead of screaming and hollering and fighting, the best thing that you could do is at a young age, give them some guidance, even maybe give them a couple of career choices. And work at it, even if they, and I'm not talking only sports, because that's a physical thing that you can depend on. There could be any type of problem, but if you build up their mental ability, even if they do go in sports, there's something to look for afterwards. There's always, like if you're going to be in sports, there's always business in a way, or accounting, or something like that, where you could manage your money, understand your money. I hear they always have a problem with their money. Maybe take I'd probably just do something like make sure I took tax class, accounting class, probably basically a business sort of class, but I would emphasize more on when it comes to being a manager, maybe manage your own stuff. There's something else to look forward to. There's so many fractures of jobs that in a capitalist society that are being developed by just the pure need of people not having time to do stuff for themselves. Like daycare, people don't have time to work and, watch their kid. So maybe like more educational gear toward using songs and like they do the alphabet song, at such a young age, with some of these daycares, by the time they come out of 5, they should be able to read and do a little basic math. So And that's just something that parents can make a game and something fun to do with their child. You know, if you're singing or something, turn it into like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, or something like, you know, doing math. But anyway, I hope we could do something, well, about the crime, you know, in Memphis by fixing our education system here. And I hope our police department here is not a gang. Because gang by definition means a group of people doing crime. I'm going back to sleep. Good night.